Hey y'all, it's your boy Orion 307. I've got the Stribog out here today, and we're going to be a little mean to it and try to get these magazines to fail. In this mag I've got some hollow points, a bunch of mixed hollow points. I have no idea what they are, but mixed hollow points in the curved mag to see if the curved mag is going to work pretty good. My goal today is I want to see if this thing will fail. So I'm going to shoot in all kinds of weird ways and throw it around a little bit and see if we can get it to not work. I've got it to jam a couple of times, but motherfucker. Fucking piece of shit mags. We'll get started here. I've got one steel plate. First things first, got an empty chamber. So now, chamber's empty. So we'll start here, put a couple of shots on the steel plate. We'll shoot it with the freaking brace folder from here and see what we can do. Alright, let's go. Shoot it weird ways, like sideways like this, to see if it's going to eject those shell casings out. This isn't practical at all, but just testing it. Hit one of those wooden. Surprisingly, the wood stays put. Upside down. See what that does. Still works. Alright. Let's put it really close to the dirt. Alright. And another side note, we have not cleaned this, we have not lubed it. I've loaded it up. I've shot about close to 500 rounds from the factory now. With this curved mag, it's been great. The curved mag has been doing just fine. So we'll keep doing a few more shots. A little bit of movement. Movement's not really going to dictate whether this is a good gun or not, but we'll shoot here, make a couple moves and go from there. Alright, out of the curved mag, we got a failure to feed. This is the first malfunction I've had of this curved mag. We'll fix the problem and then march on. So, look, my gun's jammed. Lock the bolt back, clear the jam, and we're back up.
All right.
It's about 25 yards right here. Couple of shots at the wood. Dropped one. Alright, so took a few shots at 25 yards, nothing too crazy. Able to ring the steel on all shots. Took a few shots on the wood, and we can actually look at the wood and see where those shots actually landed. So let's just take a look at that. Everything's right in the middle. I'm putting the dot right on the center. So at 25 yards, that's not very bad. I mean, 115 grain at 25 yards from a stable shooting platform isn't bad at all. Took a couple shots at this one, I don't remember, high, but it also could have just been sitting. This one, got a nice little 3-shot group. Not bad looking right there. This one spread out a little bit more. I think I started shooting, I went from left to right. So I came over here, put a few rounds in this one. I mean, they're all on about, what is this? It's probably about a 10-inch circle, right? They're all on the target. I've got 2 really close together on this one, and I don't think I took a shot at that one. So this is coming off of a Vortex Strike Fire 2, a really basic red dot, shooting with the brace from a supported position at 25 yards. The accuracy is honestly really not bad at all. I did some, when I did the zeroing groups, the groups were not bad on the paper at the indoor range. And from everything I'm seeing here, it's not a bad gun. I really like this. I keep this bad boy folded up just like that in my backpack, and I keep the mags out. So what I do is I slip the mag just like that, slip it right in my backpack, and I carry it with me almost every day. So if you take it out, I'll kind of simulate that it's in the bag. You know, obviously there ain't going to be a round in the chamber, and see how quickly it can come out. So if it's on the ground like that, you call it and I'll start moving.
Okay. Dirt.
Yeah, you can get it moving quick. And in the bag, it really depends on your bag. If you've got a lot of shit, kind of holding it together. But in mine, it's sitting in the laptop position, so it sits really good in where your laptop would go. And I've tested it a few times where it's sitting here, I zip open my bag, I'm able to pull it right out and nothing really snags up.
Dirt.
Call it.
Dirt.
Do it one more time. Call it.
Dirt.
Alright, so I know I pulled a few shots. We'll go ahead and take a look at the wood real quick. And guys, I apologize. I'm kind of working with what I got. I've got these little pieces of wood kind of laying around instead of a nice target setup, but it does the job. I know over here I pulled one. Probably on the video you'll be able to see it. I definitely pulled one pretty hard. So as I was swinging to that target over here, I kind of overshot it a little bit, fired around, missed, and then came back and hit the wood. Over here, definitely pulling a little bit low, so I'm probably pulling the gun down a little bit to compensate for recoil, even though it doesn't have that much. And over on the right, same thing, pulling down a little low. What does that mean? I don't really know. It's we're just out here bullshitting and shooting this thing. So instead of just standing still and shooting shit, I like to move it up, switch things up so it's a little bit more entertaining and it's a little more fun to do. Instead of I'm just sitting on the porch and shooting and say, yeah, this thing's freaking great. Like, that just seems boring to me. So switch it up a little bit. I've got about 8 rounds left. Let's go ahead and burn these bitches out. Folded. And with the sling, you can run it kind of like SAS used to run their MP5, all the way pushed out. So you use the sling as another means of stabilization. So we'll start right here. Do a couple of shots at the steel and move around. That's it. So one more thing to note, these straight mags, they do not fall out when you push the mag release, so you actually have to strip them out, which not a big deal. Some people will get all hemmed up about that, but I do notice that the curved mags sometimes fall out by themselves. So we'll see if we can find it and I'll show you. Curved mag, it is empty with the chamber open. These ones should fall out by themselves, kind of barely, but They do. So if I were to give anybody a tip on this, if you're running this gun, I would just say go ahead and strip the mag out every single time, no matter what. So if you know your gun's empty, strip it out and then do your reload from there. Another thing to note that I don't really like about this gun, which I'll probably talk about in my first video, the bolt release. It is nice, it's ambidextrous, but it's not ergonomic at all. It's pretty tough to really hit, even with your firing, your shooting hand, finger. It can be done. It's just, it takes a little bit of extra thought. So I actually just immediately load my mag and I'll just go up and rack the charging handle, and that works almost every time. And it should work every time, unless the only thing I'll make it not work is if it makes a round fucking nosedive into the top of the bolt, which would suck. So in total, we've got about 500 rounds to this gun, and by no means am I an expert. I'm just a dude in my backyard pretending to be a dude. Well, not really. I'm not trying to pretend like a dude, but I like guns and I like to talk about guns. And this one, I like it a lot, but the magazines, they're tough. It's a tough situation because I really want to like this gun and I really want to keep it, but the magazines, it comes with two of the straight ones, and the straight ones are fucking garbage. They should have never came with that. They should have did the curved mag at the very beginning. But for whatever reason, Graham Power decided to start with the straight mags, because you know when you load 9mm, the rear of the casing is a little bit bulged out than the front. So if you load 9mm, instead of in a straight line, it wants to curve. So this makes more sense. Another thing on these magazines is they've got plastic feedlets. So what that means is after a lot of hard use, after a lot of shit like this, especially if they're still loaded, they're gonna start separating and cracking. And I know they introduced another straight mag with steel feed lips, and it's just tough. The deal breaker to me on this gun is these magazines. I really just don't trust them. If they would have introduced this that had, even if it was a factory option where you can swap this lower, because this lower is a lot like a Scar lower, if I dare to say it. It's held in with 2 pins and the whole thing just drops out. There are options that you can switch this to take Glock magazines or CZ Scorpion magazines. If they would have just right off the rip had this run Scorpion mags or Glock mags, that would have made this gun take off. The biggest thing holding this gun back is the magazines. If they introduced this with Glock or CZ Scorpion magazines, it would have taken off, because at about 800 bucks with the brace, it's hard to beat on a pistol caliber carbine. If you look at its competitor, which has got a similar design, the B&T APC9, you're looking at about 1,200, 1,500 bucks, I think. I'd have to take a look again, but around that same price. And that's, you know, especially for a poor guy like me, it's hard to get into. And I jumped on this because it was there and it was cheap. And that's about all I got, guys. For now, I'm gonna also add some other videos on top of other times we've shot it. But other than that, I think I'm gonna get rid of this and just build another AR-15. Mags. The mags on this thing just kill it, and it's unfortunate because it's, you know, it's a nice design, good charging handle, Picatinny up top, Picatinny up bottom, M-lock on the side, so it makes a nice way to grip it. It ain't bad, but I think we'll conclude from here. We'll do a little bit more shooting, but see if we can make it fail some more, and if we can get it to fail some more, I'll see if we can get video of it. But if not, I'll appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time, or not. Take care. That's 3. It's your boy Taco. Alright man, what you shooting at today? There you go.